Welcome to That's a Latte Film with your hosts, Erica and Rebecca. On this podcast, we will talk about some of our unpopular opinions on some popular films. So grab a cup of coffee, relax, and join us. Disclaimer, some of the films we discuss may be explicit. We will try our best to keep it PG, but please beware before you watch the films. There will also be a lot of spoilers. I'm so sorry for the dog that you hear in the background. Who's being crazy.
Being a brat.
Crazy. Also, I don't know why it transitioned over to a piano. Because listen guys, we use OBS, okay? And we spent an hour, like a half an hour, preparing for this, okay? And everything was perfect. It was perfect. And then I clicked the one that I was using before. And it decides to switch it up on me and do whatever it wants to do. So I hate OBS right now. If I'm being 100%
right now. She has beef.
I now all of a sudden it's back. The piano is gone. I don't
know. That's so weird.
Tears, guys. Internal tears.
Terrible.
And yeah, so there's that. But anyway, how's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday morning.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that it's kind of muggy outside. We're in Florida, so
it's 1,000,000 degrees outside. I'm sweating right now.
Yeah, I hear it's pretty bad.
It's so hot.
So
it's so hot outside.
Yeah. So I haven't stepped out, as you can see, because I'm wearing a sweater, so I don't know what's going on the outdoors.
You know what? My boss said it was supposed to be raining all day today. It is bright, sunny blue skies. I was lied to.
Yeah. I don't know. I think summer is already here, to be honest. But I said that last week, and then the last 2 days, the weather was amazing.
Muggy and gross, but then it was also cool. Like, it wasn't hot.
Yeah.
But now today it's blazing.
There was a really nice breeze. So I don't know.
She's blazing today.
She is so upset that I kicked her out of the room. She's like, I want to be in this too. Why can't I be there?
Then she just, causes the scene.
Right. Literally, before we started the stream, guys, she was sitting right there.
Yeah, in front of the camera.
Open wide, just staring at us. So that's an idea of what we were dealing with a little while ago.
And Erica's tripping because
she needed
the
to
cameras
go.
Or whatever's not working.
I am over it. So annoying. All right. So, first off, are you watching anything new? Anything exciting?
I just finished. Chris wanted me to watch the first season of American Horror Story.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good though. It wasn't that scary. And I'm terrified of everything.
Yeah.
So I was able to sit through it. I only hit one of these a couple of times because I'm really professional. You put your finger like this and then but it wasn't that scary. It was very good. Okay. However, I did start that show Beef on Netflix.
Okay.
I only got through the first episode and I was dying. It was so funny.
Really?
There was specifically one scene in the first episode. You would be dying.
Oh my gosh.
It was so funny. Do you even know what it's about?
I'm gonna have to watch it. No. Well, yes. I only know because I watched the video yesterday with the actors, and they had to do a 15-second explanation of what it was. And so, yeah.
It's literally just about two people who almost get into a car accident kind of, and then they end up they're so determined to get revenge on the other person because of their road rage. So they go through extreme measures to get back at the other person that they almost got into a car accident. It's so funny. The first episode was making me die, so I cannot wait to finish it. But Chris doesn't want to watch it, so I haven't been able to continue.
Oh man.
I don't think Chris wants to watch it because he has road rage himself, so I don't think he wants to be depicted on the screen.
He's like, I don't want to be called out. So.
Yeah.
There's also another movie though about road rage. I don't know if you've seen it. I think it has Russell Crowe in it.
The scary movie. Yeah. No,
oh my gosh! I don't think I was completely ready for what I was watching. I thought it was more I don't know what I thought it was, but I wanted to go watch a movie. That's all
Yeah.
I wanted. And I really loved it. It was scary though. Like, but I've never thought of like road rage in that way.
Mhm.
But the guy was so upset that she called him out for him like being like right behind her and all this stuff that he followed her all the way home.
Yeah.
Like followed her and was like threatening her family, all this. I was like,
That's kind of the vibe of the beef show, but it's so funny. Like, you have to watch it. It was when like like the guy. It's a guy and a girl, and the guy almost hit the girl. And in the first like 30 seconds of the episode, like they're like he's chasing her down the road, and then he loses her, but they both remember each other's license plates.
oh my
And he
gosh.
finds her house thinking that it was her husband driving the car, but then finds out that it was her driving the car. So then he messes up her bathroom and then leaves the house, and she chases him down the street.
Oh, I have to watch this show.
And it's specifically the reaction of her going into the bathroom and seeing what he did. Her reaction to that made me die.
Oh my
I was, like,
gosh.
so hard. Like, I was getting up to throw my plate in the sink, and I fell down back on the couch laughing because it was so funny.
I have to
couldn't
watch
believe
it. Yeah, I keep seeing people talking about it, and it seems like a really good show. So I
It's
have to
so
watch
funny.
that. I finally finished The Last of Us.
Oh, I finished that too. Fantastic.
Very good. Very good. You
Fantastic.
guys need to watch it
Mm-hmm.
if you're into zombie apocalypse things.
I wasn't, but my husband put it on, and it was very good.
That's true. I feel like even if you're not usually into
Mhm.
zombie apocalypse, this is good.
It was very
You
good.
know. Also, okay, I watched the like HBO Max does a like a after like behind the scenes type
I saw
thing.
that too.
And I thought it was really funny, honestly.
But the sounds of the clickers and stuff.
That too. But
Mhm.
I thought it was so funny that they were legit crying about this show.
Who was crying?
There were some like actors like they were talking about the story of the show.
Oh yeah.
About how
They're being
this
real
is
dramatic
like
about it.
yeah, like how this was
Like,
about the
bruh.
love between a parent and a child and that you would do anything for them, and I was like, I didn't get any of that. I just
I
do
saw.
you hear this dog? Guys.
I saw a video today of this girl on Instagram. She was like, I don't know. She was like, I don't know why people are like during apocalypse times like trying so hard to stay alive. Like, she was like, the first moment that a zombie tries to kill me, she's like, I'm just gonna, because like, why am I trying to stay alive in this time? She's like, you're fighting to stay alive for what?
For
The
what?
world is ending. You're trying to
What
stay alive
is there
for what?
for you?
Yeah, she was like, you're trying to beat other people for them to live? What, to brag for what? The world is done.
Everything is in shambles.
Yeah, like, what am I
everything.
fighting for? There's nothing left. Like, what are you fighting for?
That is such a good point.
Mhm.
That's a great point.
I was dying.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay. Those are the things that we've been watching. Now let's get to the main topic. So, if you guys have seen, well, you've seen that Brendan Fraser has come back from I don't know where he was all this time.
Apparently something happened in like Hollywood that somebody did him dirty, and so then he like stopped acting or something. Dang, Roberta's really going crazy.
Guys, give me a second.
Yeah.
Keep
What else am I watching? I was watching. Well, yesterday we had pasta for dinner in my household, and when we have pasta for dinner, we have to watch The Sopranos. So I watched The Sopranos, and we were watching American Psycho for a little bit, and then what are you watching, Dad? On TV? What shows have you been watching?
House of Cards, I like.
Oh yeah, that's a good show.
The audio glitch situation here.
Okay.
Where'd you put her?
Downstairs. These are the realities of life, you guys.
Dad said he's watching House of Cards.
Oh my gosh. House of Cards is so good.
Better Call Saul, the new season of Better Call Saul is coming out next week. Do you have not
What?
watched Better Call Saul?
I didn't know they were even still going.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's the thing about Better Call Saul. I don't think I've finished
Oh.
all the seasons they have so far. But that's such a good show.
It's such a good show. We just watched we just rewatched the last season, so we're prepared for when the next season comes on.
Okay.
You know, you got to do your little recap. You know?
Yes.
I'm very excited about it.
Okay, I didn't know about that. I didn't know they were doing another one.
Mm-hmm. Because it was still on TV. They were like on what, AMC or something extra, whatever.
Yeah, I think it is AMC.
Yeah, so they were just that season was on TV, so now it's about to be on Netflix.
Wow. Okay. Well, okay. So as I was saying, Brendan Fraser is back. Okay, and I love Brendan Fraser. Okay, one of my top actors.
Oh, really?
Yes. Is he not for you?
Not really. Not because he's a bad actor or anything. I honestly believe I've only seen him in like 2 movies in my lifetime.
Okay, yes. That is true.
What
That is
other
true.
stuff is he in? I know he's in those
He's
mummy
been
movies,
in
but
a
I've
lot
never
of
seen any
movies.
of the mummy
I was
movies. Oh, that's a
doing
lie.
research.
Okay, 3 movies. Because isn't
What's
he
the other
George of
one?
the Jungle?
Yes. What's the
Okay,
other
so
two?
Inkheart.
Oh, I haven't seen Inkheart.
Inkheart and The Whale.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You have to list movies for me because I feel like I have seen him in other stuff.
He was also in the Looney Tunes movie.
Yeah,
that live action one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but that wasn't a movie that I really remember. Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, I love. I've only seen him in, I think, okay, so The Whale,
George
of the Jungle. I saw him in Looney Tunes, and I think that's it. I haven't seen The Mummy.
Me either.
I haven't seen.
That's like what
the
he's
first
known
or the
for.
second one.
And I haven't seen him in that one.
Yeah, I know people are gonna come for me for not watching it, but it never was interesting.
What's even better for me is that I watched him in Inkheart, and that's my favorite movie that he's been in. Like, The Whale's not my favorite movie.
Oh, well, yeah. So let's talk about this. So, all right. So on that note, we're talking about The Whale today, and I wanted to know. I keep hitting my mic by accident. I keep forgetting that it's there. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. So, The Whale was the movie that he had his comeback. So, and it won like Oscars for best makeup, like costume design type thing, which is perfect for this because they did a really good job. And I thought it was a really well done like storyline, you know? And they really make you dislike his character. Like, they really do.
I didn't dislike his character.
Like, it was, well, not completely dislike, because there were times that you were like, oh man, like you felt really bad. But he was like, he had a lot of excuses a lot of the time, you know. So they did a right. Right. Okay, so the summary that we got from Google, which is very short.
It is.
In a town of Idaho, Charlie,
they don't even name the town.
A reclusive and unhealthy English teacher hides out in his flat and eats his way to death. He is desperate to reconnect with his teenage daughter for a last chance at redemption.
It's pretty good.
That's a good one.
That's like the most accurate summary we've ever read.
I feel like because it's new. It's a new movie. They were like, we have to do better.
Yeah. Also, though, this concept of this show has been out for mad long. Like, it's a Broadway show.
What? When? Like, before? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Let's see.
I didn't know that. I thought this was just an original film. I didn't know it was a story. The Whale, Broadway.
Was The Whale on Broadway? The Whale has had one production, including Off-Broadway, which opened in 2012.
Oh, dang. That's a while ago. Okay.
Which makes sense, though, because in this movie, the whole movie never leaves the room.
Right. It's in one place.
Which is what it does on Broadway.
That is so true.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was watching it. I was like, wow, everything takes place in this one room.
And I will say that was really cool. Like, everything was in there.
Yeah, you never left.
Yeah,
you could stay. He stood on like the front doorstep of his apartment, and you could see outside. But they never left the front doorstep of the apartment, or inside the apartment. He never left.
And the only time you could tell that somebody was out there or if they were leaving was they would pass by the window
Yeah.
and you could see their shadow. Like they would purposely show you that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was really cool.
Yeah.
Then the makeup and costume design was
Yeah.
crazy good.
He really did look like he was that big.
Yeah, like everything. Like it was really good. And he really got into that character, I will say. It was to the point that I remember for a while people thought that he actually had put on
I thought
that
so
weight.
too. I thought that he had put all that weight on for the movie, and I was like,
yeah,
nah.
I was
And then-
like, that's serious method acting right
yeah.
there.
I was like, you got nothing on Christian Bale, like nothing.
Right.
But then I saw like him at the premiere, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
I was like, you're not that
I was
big.
like, oh, okay, so that was the whole makeup and costume, but they did a really good job. I can't
Mhm.
imagine how long it took for them to get him ready for all those scenes,
Imagine
especially
how
because he's
uncomfortable he
in
was.
every scene. So that's the thing. Like, I'm thinking, sometimes they would do their setups of filming, like they do it out of order usually. They don't really film in order because they're thinking about like what actors can they get all there on the same day? What scenes would be more like cost effective instead of doing like, one. It just doesn't make sense,
do
to
it,
make
like-
people come in multiple times for something they could just do in one day. So they're like, okay, we're doing your scenes
Oh.
on these days. You can only be here this time. Okay, well then we're gonna get all these people in, and then they might even have to rework certain scenes because they realize they can't get everybody there at the same time. Or
See, I never even thought about that.
yeah, so like I'm thinking
They
about
just be acting out of order.
out of order.
So they gotta do like.
They gotta just feel it.
Oh yeah, that
They-
makes
yeah.
sense. Because I saw a video once of The Greatest Showman,
Mm-hmm.
and Zendaya said that she had to film the scene where Zac Efron's character's in like the bed all burnt up.
Oh,
or whatever. She had to. That was like one of the first films she had to, like scenes she had to film.
Yeah,
which is crazy because that's at
Yeah.
the end of the movie. And
It's
she had
what
to be
they do.
crying and stuff. Oh,
right.
heck
They
no.
have to just like
get
be
into
ready.
a character. Wow.
Yeah, right. Phenomenal. Good job.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, like I remember helping a production company one time, and there was one scene that this girl had to she had to be crying, like she had to cry, but they would do like practice runs, but not completely, like not 100%, because they wanted her to like
Oh, be authentic.
be authentic. Yeah, when the time comes. So then when it was time to film that scene, it was like, okay,
Go.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, go. And then let her feel everything for as long as she needs to get the best clips of her.
Oh my God.
Because she's not going to do it again.
No.
You have to
That's
get the best.
crazy.
So I'm thinking about the fact that he was in every scene.
Yeah. So you had to be there
Every
day.
time. Every time they got together, regardless of who was coming in.
He had to be there.
He had to be
every
there.
Day.
So I'm
all
like,
day. In that makeup.
Man.
In that. Oh my gosh.
Making that money.
Once again, gonna be me.
This is why they make the big bucks. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're probably up super early.
Yeah. Long days.
Long days. Nah.
That's crazy.
That's like Jim Carrey when he was doing the Grinch.
Oh my God. Dad, didn't they have to teach
Yeah.
him how to go through torture?
Torture.
Yeah.
They had a military man come in and teach him how he endured torture.
Yeah. Because he had to spend like 40 hours or like something mad long
Mad
in the chair.
long.
Yeah.
And he was like, he almost quit, and he said, I'll do it for the kids. I'll do it for the kids.
And he made one of the greatest Christmas movies ever.
Of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear there might be a sequel.
Oh my gosh. Why? What the heck do you need a sequel for?
About the positive, optimistic Grinch.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
That's the
Why
thing,
can't
I
we
was
just
like-
have new stuff? Why can't we just make new things? I'm
I mean,
tired.
this is kind of new.
No.
I've never seen a Grinch sequel.
Who needs one? It's not something that's needed.
I think it was Jim Carrey himself that was like that they're in the works of. However, he could have been joking.
Please
he
be
could have been
joking.
joking because it's Jim Carrey.
That's true.
He was probably doing it like as a sarcastic joke. Like
I hope so.
I
because
really
ain't
hope
nobody
so,
need a
too.
Grinch too.
It's gonna be him like helping set up Christmas.
Like, what is gonna be the plot? Like, what that somebody else is gonna try to steal Christmas and he's gonna try to stop them? Like, what?
I don't know.
Don't do it.
So, all right. Did you want to do your own summary of the whale? Or did you feel like this
That
was
was pretty
this
accurate.
was good?
Yeah, there's nothing
Yeah.
really
Also, the girl who plays his daughter
is in
is in Stranger Things.
Yes, I haven't seen Stranger Things.
I felt like even okay, wait. Grinch meets the Riddler.
Riddler?
What?
That'd be actually kind of funny.
Green on green.
Yeah, arch nemesis. Only one of us could be in green. Oh heck no.
Oh no.
No.
We can't have that.
I'd vote negative. Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, this was a good summary. Let's see what else. So the girl who plays the daughter, she in Stranger Things, I think she had a really good performance too. Like she was really good at being dramatic. Which she was very dramatic.
Yeah, I wanted to punch
in
her
this
in the
movie.
face in this movie.
Yeah, she was. I mean, I understand that he also like left, and so she was upset.
Yeah, he left her when like she was a little kid because like he fell in love with this other guy and then
Yeah.
ended up leaving.
T.
Yeah, and then never saw her ever.
Never didn't even try to visit her.
Yeah. But no, well, her mom that wouldn't let him. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
true.
Yeah.
But the reasoning was weird. What did she say?
Um,
Because it wasn't anything about like, oh, you were gonna be dangerous, or I didn't want her to be around you. It was like
I don't remember.
something. Oh, she didn't want her to hurt him.
Oh yeah,
because
she's
she
a
was
terrible little
evil.
kid. She's an evil. She was kind of evil. She was really mean. That little girl was mean.
Yeah. But the mom's concerned because usually it's like, I just don't want them to co-parent. I don't want to co-parent. I don't want that just because she's upset, that he left, which is, understandable. But it had nothing to do with that. It was all just, I didn't want my daughter to hurt you.
Yeah.
Because she's evil. You don't know your daughter. Like,
Yeah.
she's mean. I was like, what?
I don't know.
That's
she
crazy.
was a little brat, little kid. You know.
And she only So here's what a little bit that the summary doesn't tell you. So he is a teacher. That it does say English teacher, but he teaches from home. And he from the very beginning, every time he has like too much energy, if he's because he's overweight, so if he does too much, his heart is in pain. Like he gets like really bad heart pain. And then finds out that he has heart failure. But refuses to go to the hospital, and
because
his
he
nurse
says he's broke.
Because he's broke, right? And when you look at his environment, it makes sense because it's like, okay, because it's very dull. It looks like kind of messy,
Yeah.
And
he's
then
an English professor.
He's an English professor, right? So you're like, this checks out,
yeah,
right?
And for him to go to the hospital is going to charge mad money.
Exactly. They're having to do a lot. So he refuses to go. And so he has a nurse who's also like a friend to him that's trying to beg him to go to the hospital, but he won't go. And, she's like fed up at this point, but she's going to let him do whatever he wants because, of course, it's his life, his body.
But she's an enabler, this
she's
caregiver.
Terrible.
She is such an enabler. It's so bad. Like, she'll
That's
be
a good point.
You need to go to the hospital. She takes his like blood pressure, like, you're going to die, and da-da-da-da. But then, like, goes to the grocery store and gets this man 2 sandwiches to eat with extra cheese and everything like that. And
a whole
gives it
bucket
to him.
of fried chicken.
But you're telling him to go to the hospital, but you're giving him all this food.
Right.
Enabler.
Exactly.
Shame.
Yeah, no, I didn't even remember that, but that's true. She does. She'll in one sentence she's like, "Oh, like I can't do this anymore," and like whatever, blah blah blah, and then like
turns
okay,
around.
But I bought you 2 sandwiches
here.
I bought you 2 meatball subs,
and then goes to do his dishes. Sis, what? Leave him alone.
I was like, that don't make sense.
Oh, and then the what was he? What are they called? A Mormon? What was it?
Oh yeah, yes. Oh yeah. I forgot about that character. Door,
he comes in, he's trying to why but what is he he originally like he was a runaway. That little Mormon kid.
He was trying to get away.
Yeah, but he was like saying that he really wanted to save him. Like that's what God sent him for, to save him. But the guy then to find out that he was gay, and he was just like, "No, that's what I'm here for." And he was like, "You think that I haven't read the Bible?" He said, "I'm an English professor. I've read the Bible from beginning to back,
From beginning to end. Yeah.
And then the caregiver didn't want that Mormon kid there at all because like she grew up in the same religion, and like her actually the guy that. The Charlie, the big dude, the professor that he was dating was the caregiver's brother.
Oh, I didn't catch that part.
And he ended up because the whole thing was like
so that's where
you
she
didn't
came
know.
from.
Yeah, you didn't know why because the whole thing was that like they would. His daughter asked him like, "Oh, how come you got so big? Like, why are you so big?" And he was like, "Something happened to me a long time ago, and I just lost control of myself, and like it's because that his boyfriend had died." But throughout the whole movie, you're trying to figure out how he died because they were saying like, "Oh, he got killed by the religion that he left because like he was gay and his dad like shunned him, or that he like jumped off a bridge or something like that." But he ended up killing himself because he was really depressed.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really sad. There's a lot of sad points in this film, but so I was trying to figure out how the caregiver and him already kind of had a bond.
Yeah,
but so now that makes sense.
Yeah,
I didn't realize
it was his boyfriend's sister.
Okay, so so then I'm trying to remember after that. Okay, so every time he has pain, he reads this essay out loud every time to like just in case he's gonna die.
That's what he wants.
That he wants to read that as the last thing he read before he died. But they don't. He does. Obviously, you don't know where that essay came from, and he's not telling. So like, at first you think that it's maybe his boyfriend's essay that he wrote, like one of the last essays or whatever, and like that's why he's reading it, but. That's not what it is. So, no. I don't know if I want to give it away because, like, at the same time, I mean, there's gonna be spoilers.
At this point, y'all, if I've seen this movie, you better have seen this movie because I don't watch movies.
It's been out for a little while.
Exactly.
It was even in the Oscars. So
right.
Yeah. So you find out that it's the daughter's essay that she wrote when she was really young. And it was really well written. You know, and he was like, "It's the best essay I've ever written in my life. I've ever read in my life."
Movie, he's trying he met up with the daughter finally because he's dying. So he's like, he tells her, "I just want to spend time with you," but she's failing out of school because she can't write this one essay, and so he writes it for her. Yeah, and then tells her that he's gonna give her all the money that he has.
He paid her to let him
write the essay.
Help her.
Yeah, yeah. And so he's been telling her, like, you can write. Like, I know you can write. Just write me something. Just write me something. So while he's there working on the essay, he's having her write just stuff in, like, in a notebook.
Yeah.
Because he just wants her to write something for him.
Yeah, to, like, do better and get better in school and all that kind of stuff. And she's like, she doesn't want him to help at all, but she, at the same time, I feel like she wanted, but I also feel like she did kind of want their relationship to be better. But she was also so angry at him that every time there was like some kind of breakthrough, she would get so mad.
She would tighten back up.
Yeah, she'd be like, you know what? Never mind. Give me my essay.
Yeah.
So no, she was really good, and like the acting in this movie was amazing. Brendan Frasers.
Was crying.
Oh, I'm sure.
She hit me with the.
I think Mom's watching.
Yeah, probably.
Mom, we know.
Yeah.
We know you were crying.
I was sitting next to her. I know she was crying.
No, but it was a cryable film.
Yeah.
You know, I however did not cry.
I didn't cry.
That's a I don't be crying like that. Yeah. I mean, there was only one scene that my eyes, started to like kind of something was happening, There were like onions nearby, but it didn't. After that, I was fine.
Yeah. It wasn't that sad.
Yeah.
And I knew eventually he was going to die.
Right. You knew that was the end.
Because the entire movie, this man, because he has congestive heart failure, so he keeps getting like heart pains and stuff. So every time he would almost die. Then he almost choked to death on the sandwich because he was taking mad big bites. And then so he was just dying the whole movie. So like at that point, you expect him to die. But the
Yeah.
scene of where he actually died was like very poetic.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be tragic. I thought they were gonna show so much, and I really
they
didn't
didn't.
want that. But they didn't.
like how traumatizing for his daughter.
Right.
He has her read
That
the
was-
essay to him while he's dying, but because in the middle of the movie, she like to make a point. I guess she's standing at the front of the apartment at the door, and she tells him, get up and walk to me," because he can't do anything without a walker because
Yeah.
he's that big. And so she was like, "No, get up and walk to me without the walker." And like he tries and he couldn't do it, so she leaves. But at the end of the movie, when he like really starts having pain and stuff, and she's gonna leave, he hands her the essay and was like, "Read this to me." And so while she's reading it, he starts getting up finally. He walks to her, and then when she finishes the essay, the last scene of the movie is that his feet lift off the floor, like the weight
Yeah.
of the weight like lifted off of him, and he finally was able to die in peace.
Yeah.
It was a good movie.
Listening to the essay, his favorite essay.
Yeah, which he wanted to
Right.
listen to.
That's what he wanted. So it was a really good movie, you guys. Now, the question that I wanted to address,
Mm-hmm.
out of the films that you've seen with Brendan Fraser, so it's The Whale,
Mm-hmm.
George of the Jungle,
And Inkheart.
Inkheart you've seen.
Mhm.
I've seen Looney Tunes.
Mm-hmm. There has to be more.
Oh, there's so many.
I know, but there has to be more that I've seen.
I thought the same thing.
But no.
And I was going through his list of movies, and no.
Let's see.
I have not seen any others from him, which is very sad. Because I really thought I did.
I don't know how to spell that name. There we go.
Hold on, guys. She's looking up the list.
Because there has to be more. There's no way. Thank you.
Usually, oh, there we go. Doom Patrol? Is that new?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I really have not seen any others. Escape from Planet Earth, does that sound familiar? Have you
I
seen
didn't see
Journey
it,
to the
though.
Center of the Earth?
Yes.
He's in that.
Yeah, but
Okay. So that's not on the list of best films. Okay.
No, definitely not. Dang.
Yeah. He's been in so many, but yet I haven't seen that many.
Wow. All right. Well, I've only
Yeah.
seen 3 of them then.
Yeah. So, okay, of those 3, what is the best Brendan Fraser film of all time?
Okay, I'm gonna rank them. How about I rank them?
Okay.
From like 1 being the greatest then?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Number 1.
Okay, but for me, it's gonna be Inkheart because I love that movie and I read the book when I
How
was
dare
a
you.
kid, and it's such a like nostalgic movie. You know, I read the book when I was like in elementary school, I think, and then I watched the movie like a million times because I rented it from the library.
And it changed your life?
Yeah. Have you seen Inkheart?
I've never seen
Have you read the
Inkheart.
book
No,
Inkheart?
I've never read it.
Oh, that makes more sense why
Yeah.
you don't know what I'm talking about.
I've never
So the
read
whole
nor
premise
watched.
of Inkheart
Okay.
is that the guy that Brendan Fraser plays, his name is Mo, when he reads, the stuff comes to life. So whatever
Okay.
he reads comes off the page. So and he was reading, he didn't know that though. So his real name, like they call him Silver Tongue because when he reads, like he was reading to his wife and they had just had a baby, and he was reading some like type of scary book, and the book came to life and his wife died from whatever came out of the book. But the movie is good, and so is the book. Okay, so that's number 1.
All
Number
right.
2, George of the Jungle. Because, it's a great movie.
So
It's
good.
hilarious. And that is also nostalgic because we watched that growing up.
Yes.
And then, The Whale.
Yeah. Okay, number 1 for George of the Jungle for me.
Oh, really?
Number 1.
That's surprising.
The Whale
Oh,
is number 2.
okay.
And then Looney Tunes
Yeah,
is number 3.
that makes
Because that was a live action Looney Tunes. And that was
it was iconic.
it was interesting. I barely remember it. I just remember him being in it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was one of the last movies that I saw with him before he like
Why
disappeared.
He disappear?
He got in, like, I guess they were claiming something about him.
Oh yeah, the allegations against him. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And then, you know, that caused him to not be able to really
Yeah.
be in any movies and all of that. So that's what happened. But he's back now.
What? His body had begun to feel the toll of performing his own stunts, and he was forced to undergo several
I feel like that's
surgeries.
not.
That's not why he stopped.
Yeah,
Halting his status as a hot commodity.
in Hollywood.
Be for real. Thank you. That is ridiculous.
That's doesn't sound correct. I wasn't. If that did happen, it wasn't just because of that. I know there were definitely issues.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
yeah, there were definitely things that happened, but he's back now.
Yeah.
So we'll see what other movies we get with Brendan Fraser. I'm very
Yeah.
excited. I'm also gonna catch up on The Mummy, you guys. I promise.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch the 1 and 2 because people keep telling me to watch it. It's
I'm
probably
not.
gonna be like an Indiana Jones situation where
Oh
people
my
hyped up that
God.
movie, told me it was amazing, and then I watched it and I was like bored out of
I
my mind.
forgot you made me watch that. That movie was terrible.
Yeah, we did that in the first season.
Oh my God, that movie was bad.
It was very bad. and I read the script for that movie because I had to for school.
Oh.
It was part of our assignments.
Yeah.
And the script was 10 times better
Than the actual movie.
That's
hilarious.
Like, I wish they would have kept to the script, but they didn't. So, but that happens a lot.
Wait, so they have a script and they don't follow it when they do
Yeah,
the movie?
because I don't know why,
like the
but
screenplay
yeah,
is different than the movie.
yeah.
Understood.
And it could have been like, I don't know, it could have been for different reasons, like budgets and who knows. Things happen on set, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
You can't do anything about
Creative
it. Like what happens here
differences.
all the time with OBS, which I'll never be using again in my lifetime.
It's rough out here.
If you guys, I don't know. I feel like everybody has the same issues with OBS, though. It's not just us. But it's also free, so
Oh, that makes more
I'll relax.
sense. I'll reel it in.
I'll bring it back.
Yeah.
I understand. It was useful. It was useful.
It served its purpose.
Yes. So, you have anything else to share? Nothing?
Inkheart.
All right.
Number 1.
Inkheart number 1.
Everybody go watch Inkheart. That is a fantastic movie.
I'm gonna have to watch that too.
I don't think Meryl Streep is in it, but somebody like that is in it. Also, there's some good actors in Inkheart.
No, I have to watch that and The Mummy to catch up on Brendan Fraser films and try to watch the other ones too because he has a lot. He's a good actor.
Oh, Helen Mirren. That's who it is.
Helen Mirren.
Yeah. And this guy. Oh. Yeah. There's some good actors in this movie. I'm about to watch it when I go home.
Sell it. She's like, yeah, go watch it.
Yeah.
What does it say?
He made allegations against someone in Hollywood.
Oh.
That's rough, Brendan. That's rough. Well, you're back now.
I'm sorry, Brendan.
So.
The world sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have an announcement to make, you guys. So we've been here for 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
We're like in the middle of season 3. And I think this is going to be the last live stream. I do have another one coming up. I have one bonus episode coming up for the month of April. But I'll just say April will be the last month for the podcast. It's been really fun. It's been really like I've learned a lot from doing this podcast. And we've definitely grown. And right now, That's Latte Film is evolving. So it's not going away. But the podcast part is what's going to like take a break right now. Because I do have other ideas, other things that I want to do that I feel were more, people were more receptive to. And what's the point in putting in so much work into something that is just not like completely working? I know people do enjoy the podcast. I know we do have our loyal our loyal fans who, like, if they're not watching it now, they watch it later. Yeah, you know, we got my dad, we got my mom who are loyal to the end. I
Right.
love that, you know? So, like, but I have so many people, so many friends that watch and keep up, and I appreciate you guys. But there's things that I want to do, like actually making films. And I want them to be well made. I want to take my time on them and not feel like I have to rush. So I think that's why. And then of course the That's a Latte Film YouTube channel is evolving as well. It's going to be more like more content based, as like more like film related content, but not podcasts, where I'll be doing little like interviews with people, but like not in this type of a setup, not about just a specific movie, but like just the industry in general and just talking to people. I want to make my own short films, shorts, features, all that kind of stuff, and just other things that are going to come up. So we're not going away. So I hope you guys enjoyed everything that we've done from the very beginning during quarantine, and
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
seeing us upgrade here and there and all of that. And I hope you guys continue to watch us. Also, if we do another streaming in the future, I want to do it more in the evenings, because I know that that's a better time for most people, and the mornings are not necessarily the best time. So I do understand that. So yeah, and if you guys have any like ideas, things that you want to see, please let us know. You know, and yeah, you got anything to say to your fans?
Heart.
Becca
We'll be
has been
back.
the best co-host ever.
I know, right? I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too.
I've never done anything like this before.
Yeah,
so.
And she killed it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do other things.
I'll be back, guys. I'm not gonna disappear forever.
Yeah. She'll be here. It's fine. Well, on that note,
for the last time, we love you a latte. Bye.
So, here we go. Oh, that's well, you snap out of it and get me some more coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies. Let's get started.